Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking more of the digital marketing route. So I'm going to be talking about, some of you might be looking for ways to grow your personal brand or your businesses with little budget or even no budget, right? Considering the current constraints we're facing with staying indoors. I mean, things are opening up now, which is amazing. It's actually good to see, and everyone's super stoked that they're able to go back out. Still, everyone should remain safe and stay distant. It's super important that we don't kickstart the cycle again. So before we start, I want you guys to keep this in mind, right? 4.5 billion people are actually using the internet as of the start of 2020, which is it's a crazy statistic. You'll see how that statistic plays out and what potential that there is out there for any of the actual tips I'm going to be sharing in a minute. You'll see why it's so important. So let's get started with the top 5 digital marketing tips to grow your personal brand or your business during these times with little or actually no budget. Number 1, setting up a website and actually implementing SEO. This is an important one, right? Did you know that Google now processes around 40,000 search queries per second, which is around 3.5 billion searches per day, which is 1.2 trillion searches per week. That's an unimaginable number of searches in a single week. The search engines are constantly operating, and so many people are going out there to just find the little bits of information which they want at a click of a button. Any information about any subject is actually available to us at a click of a button, and this is exactly what Google are aiming for, right? So according to Statista, Google actually holds 62.5% of market share amongst the US leading search engine providers. What does this mean for business owners? Well, it means Google can provide you with visibility. How do you think that might be? Well, if you're available online, that means loads of people can search you. So now if you think back to the number of people that are actually searching every day on Google, imagine if even 5% of those people, 5% of that 1.2 trillion searches in that week actually find you. If so many people are available to find you, imagine how many of your customers will be able to find you. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, people will be able to find you and the information that you have available online. So why am I asking you to set up a website? You'll be opening up a communication channel between you and your potential customer or your prospects, right? So what that means is that you'll be more visible and you'll have like a central hub of awareness. What that means is all the information regarding your business or any expertise that you can provide can be found just from someone's mobile phone or from someone's laptop or tablet, whichever device that they're using. And you can do so much with this website, right? You can have promotions, you can have tips, you can provide tricks, you can provide any other content and advice that you can actually look to helping those customers or those potential customers with their issues on. And you can also provide news and updates about your business and about any activities that are going on currently with yourself, or if you are the personal brand for your business. And lastly, if we wanted to search anything related to you and you're able to be found, then you can have your contact details there, and that would mean someone can get into contact with you directly, easily, and just seamlessly, right? There are many different free platforms that you can create a website on. One of my personal favorites is WordPress. I highly recommend WordPress as a primary website builder. Reason why is because first, you can also get started free, right? There's a lot of ones that you can get started free with. For example, Wix, GoDaddy as well, and many more. But I would suggest WordPress. Reason why is because even more than I think it's around 35 to 45% of businesses actually use WordPress sites now, right? By the way, if you're looking to build a WordPress site specifically that's secure, safe, and you want to do it at ease, and you need to look for a website hosting provider, then I recommend Bluehost. I currently use Bluehost myself, and I think that they do a phenomenal job with their website hosting service, and they're actually super cool when it comes to incentives and providing those promotions to help you actually push you up on the ladder, right, of getting your website started and reaching that top point where you've got things launched and you're just streamlining how to use things. I think it costs only around £2 to £4 a month, right, if you get things on promotion. But I've worked out a special offer with Bluehost, in which you're able to just click on the link. If you use the link below, you'll get a discount as well. Now here's the interesting part. I told you about setting up a website, and you also need to do SEO, right? So once you've finished completing setting up the website, you want to start doing SEO. And what that means is you want to search engine optimize your website based, at least at a basic level. So if you're adding text or any content and things like that to your website, you need to make sure they're using the right keywords so the right people can find you and the keywords actually related to your business. For example, if I'm selling shoes, I'd actually showcase that, I'm selling shoes, or I'm talking about shoes, rather than something like a car, which would make no sense, right? So you want to be found for the right keywords, and that's important to consider. Also, you want to make sure that any content or information you add to your website, it's actually going to solve the customer's problems, right? If you're starting off SEO, then I would utilize a tool called Ubersuggest, which you can just connect your Google account to or something, and it'll actually allow you to use that SEO tool for free. And what you could do is you can look at how your competitors are doing things. You can analyze their websites and see what works, what's working for them, where's most of their traffic coming from, is it social, what pages are they getting the most traffic from, and also look at the messaging on their site, right? So if you know a competitor, just simply put in the URL, look at exactly what messaging they're using, what keywords they're ranking for, and you'll get an idea of really how to search engine optimize your website as well, and what keywords you could use. What's important is that you don't get carried away with too much analysis paralysis, right? You need to make sure that you actually look at what they do and you try to improve on that and try to do better for yourself. And you can also capitalize in the long run on what they don't do, right? So find those little gaps and you can easily optimize your website so that you can get ahead of the competition. So tip number 2, what you should do is start a blog. Now, the reason why I put this one second is because it's closely related to the first, so in creating a website. If you do have a website already, you can simply just create a blog page, which is super easy if your website's actually created on WordPress or even Wix and other platforms like that. Or if you don't have a website, you can just start a blog site, right? So you can use use things like Wix. You can use the independent platforms like Medium or Tumblr, and then drive that traffic by leaving some contact information so people actually know how to get in contact with you. You can use those free blogging platforms. And for some of you that didn't know this, WordPress actually is an original blogging platform. So it's primarily used as a blogging platform. So you can just go ahead and create a blog site using WordPress as well. When creating a blog, one thing I do really want you to keep in mind is that you actually go ahead and write, right? Make sure you write posts, make sure you write relatable content, and try not to get stuck into that analysis paralysis. Like I was saying earlier, it's important to gather some ideas, brainstorm a few things, see what competitors are doing, but actually try and write from your experience, from your expertise. The reason why is because not only will you'll build more trust with the community, you'll also show your customers, that you're willing to actually put in the additional effort to help them, which is better for the long run, better in the long run for your business. The bonus here to the exercise of blogging is actually that you'll position yourself as an authority. You'll show people you're an expert, and you'll be providing your expertise and share your experiences to help them further. And as you continue doing this and you continue talking about the relatable topics, you keep answering questions and you keep coming up with this original content, you'll naturally just SEO, search engine optimize your website. So you'll start ranking for the keywords that are actually related to your business, and more people will see you on the search engine as they search for that keyword that you've just ranked for. And as you know, if you keep providing content that people love, Google actually noticed this, and Google realized the amount of time people are spending on your website actually interacting with content. You'll be providing a very good user experience, which is good for your rankings, and that will also mean that you'll get high quality traffic in the long run, which is better for your business.